The state of Florida in the United States is currently facing the biggest hurricane threat in its history. In this video, we will explore the truth behind these massive natural events together. Hurricanes Milton and Helene have put all of America on alert, threatening the lives of millions. So, how powerful are these hurricanes and what will their effects be? Let's dive into the details of these terrifying events and discover the measures being taken during this challenging time. The state of Florida is going through one of the most challenging periods in its history. Hurricane Milton, which has rapidly gained strength in the Gulf of Mexico and is moving towards Florida, has reached an alarming level with winds reaching speeds of 230 kilometers per hour. The U.S. National Weather Service, NWS, has stated that if Milton hits Florida's shores, it could be the strongest hurricane in the last century. This situation poses a serious threat to people living in densely populated areas such as Tampa, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. According to the NWS, if Milton does not change its path, it will be the largest hurricane to hit Tampa Bay in the last 100 years. So far, evacuation orders have been issued to residents, and local governments continue to take unprecedented measures against this hurricane. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has repeatedly warned the public through various press statements to comply with evacuation orders. DeSantis said, "We are mobilizing all our resources to minimize the threats posed by Hurricane Milton," while also noting that this hurricane could cause significant damage to the state. Currently, reports indicate that Milton continues to gain strength in the Gulf of Mexico. However, recent data shows that the hurricane has slowed down by one category, now at Category 4. According to the latest information from the National Hurricane Center, Hurricane Milton has the potential to create floods with wave heights between 3 and 4.5 meters. This poses a critical threat to coastal areas. Rising waters and giant waves from the ocean could threaten the lives of those living in and around Tampa. Local authorities and the NWS have issued important warnings for residents to make urgent evacuation plans and take all possible precautions before the hurricane. According to reports from the Weather Channel, the hurricane is expected to reach Florida late Wednesday night or early Thursday morning. This hurricane is predicted to cause extensive damage, affecting areas inhabited by millions of people in cities like Tampa, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. One of the most alarming aspects of Hurricane Milton is its unpredictability. Meteorologists have noted that hurricanes of this size can change direction or intensity very quickly, making it crucial for residents to stay informed through reliable sources. The unpredictability adds another layer of anxiety for those in the affected regions, as last-minute changes can significantly impact evacuation and preparedness plans. At this point, it's also essential not to forget about Hurricane Helene. Like Hurricane Milton, Helene formed in the Gulf of Mexico and started moving towards Florida, affecting a much larger area. Over the past week, Helene has increased rains and storms, particularly in northern and eastern parts of Florida, putting the region under its influence. Experts say that Helene is currently at Category 3, but many believe it is possible for Helene to reach Category 4. Hurricane Helene has so far brought severe storms and urban flooding to numerous cities in the region. Experts predict that Florida's coastal areas and some interior areas will sustain significant damage from flooding and strong winds. The successive blows from Hurricanes Milton and Helene could double the challenges in infrastructure and relief efforts. Therefore, emergency crews are on standby, and emergency supplies such as heavy equipment, food, and water stocks have already been organized. The potential for cascading effects from these two hurricanes is a significant concern for emergency management officials. The heavy rains brought by Hurricane Helene have already saturated the ground, making it more likely that the winds from Hurricane Milton could uproot trees and cause further infrastructure damage. This sequence of events could lead to prolonged power outages, damage to roads, and even hinder relief efforts. In its latest warnings regarding Hurricane Helene, the National Hurricane Center stated that this hurricane will bring heavy rains and strong winds, especially to central and northern Florida. This situation could lead to power outages, falling trees, and even urban flooding in some areas of cities. So far, some local officials and municipalities have issued warnings for people to be prepared for water and power outages. Residents are being urged to prepare emergency kits that include essentials such as food, water, medical supplies, and important documents. Authorities are emphasizing the importance of having enough supplies to last at least 3 days, as power and water services could be disrupted for extended periods. Additionally, residents in flood-prone areas are being strongly advised to move to higher ground or designated shelters. A significant evacuation campaign has also started throughout the region concerning Hurricanes Milton and Helene. The Florida state government is working in coordination with federal aid to produce quick solutions to minimize the impact of these two hurricanes. Volunteer rescue teams, firefighters, and police are actively working in the field, with extra effort being made to evacuate elderly and disabled citizens. The coordination between state and federal agencies is vital during such large-scale disasters. The Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, has already positioned supplies and personnel in strategic locations to respond swiftly once the hurricanes make landfall. These preemptive actions are crucial in ensuring that relief efforts can begin immediately, minimizing the time that affected residents have to wait for assistance. Meanwhile, meteorologists emphasize that the hurricane season is not yet over and urge Florida residents to be cautious against new hurricane threats. Major hurricanes like Milton and Helene indicate that this is one of the most dangerous periods of the hurricane season, and this season is expected to be more intense compared to previous years. Therefore, it is vital for everyone in the region to heed the authorities' advice and make their own emergency plans. Another major concern is the potential for misinformation during such critical times. Authorities are urging residents to rely only on official channels for updates, as false information circulating on social media can lead to unnecessary panic or dangerous decision-making. Staying informed with accurate, up-to-date information is essential for safety during these unfolding events. Dear viewers, being aware of the dangers these major hurricanes pose to Florida and the United States is of critical importance. Understanding the impact of giant storms like Milton and Helene is crucial for protecting ourselves and our communities. Listening to hurricane warnings, complying with evacuation orders, and taking all necessary precautions will help us get through these challenging times with minimal loss. It's also important to remember the psychological toll that such disasters can have on individuals and communities. Authorities are providing mental health resources for those who may be struggling with anxiety or stress during these difficult times. Staying connected with loved ones and supporting each other can make a significant difference as we navigate through these challenges. For more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video. Also, if you have questions about the hurricane season or anything you'd like to add, feel free to share with us in the comments. Take care, stay safe. Goodbye. As we wrap up this video, it's crucial to emphasize that preparedness and unity are our greatest strengths in the face of such formidable natural threats. Hurricanes Milton and Helene are stark reminders of the power of nature, but they also demonstrate the resilience of communities that come together in times of need. Remember to stay updated through official sources, take warnings seriously, and offer support to your neighbors. Every effort counts, whether it's helping someone evacuate or just sharing reliable information. Together, we can weather these storms and emerge stronger on the other side. Stay informed, stay safe, and let's support each other through this challenging period. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.